everyone, my name is Chris. I'm the Camping Stitcher here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Welcome to my channel. Today is Sunday, January 19th, 2025. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. I hope you stick around. This is a channel mostly about cross stitch, and I think today's mostly cross stitch, all cross stitch. If you're returning, thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming back for more cross stitch and jibber jabber and whatnot. Usually, I'll tell a campfire story at the end, and today I will, so I'll let you know ahead of time. I have a new release. I have some whips. I have some haul. I have some plans. We are getting a snowstorm today, and I'm really excited about that, but the excitement may fade if we lose power. We don't like doing that. But if you are in the path of a storm, I hope you're safe, warm. I just want to say to all of those affected by the fires in California, you know, the whole country is just thinking about you. I know I am. So I hope if you're affected by that, that you're okay. I wish, you know, I mean, you can help if you can. It just seems so minimal to say I'm thinking about you, but I am. So, all right, let's jump in to what's going on. First, let me get the business end out of the way. I do have a new release. It was released this week. It's here. It's You I Love, and it's a little small for Valentine's Day. It is available in PDF and paper in my Etsy shop. It is 89 stitches wide by 63 stitches high. I stitched my model on 36 count platinum linen by Zweigart using 4 colors of DMC floss, which I left over there, but I'll let you know what they are. They're DMC 221, 223, 501, and 3799. It stitches up fast. It's a perfect little small for if you want to stitch something for someone you love, or you just want it for your Valentine's decorations. And here it is. I get ideas in my head for phrases, and then I kind of design around them. So it's suitable for any fabric, any count. Just adjust your strands of floss to suit your count. I made mine into a pillow, and I trimmed it with some Hobby Lobby chenille type yarn that I had in my stash. We did kind of figure out what the problem was with the labels. Apparently I was maybe using the iron on them too long, which I hadn't done with the last batch, but it seems to work with a shorter amount of time. So that seems to be sorted. And these are from Ever Emblem. They have an Etsy shop and a website. So anyway, It's You I Love. It is in the shop. Last year's Love You Most is in the shop as well. And Be Mine is in the shop as well. So plenty of lovey-dovey stitches for you to pick from. So that's it for the new release. I hope I covered it all. Yeah, I think so. Oh, it comes out to about 5 by 3.5 on 36 count fabric. So, all right, let's jump into... Oh, I did want to make a little, like, housekeeping announcement. It seems like the unkind people are circulating again on the interwebs. So I just want to let you know that my Flosstube is a safe, judgment-free, criticism-free zone. So if that is not your kind of video to watch, you can scoot on along to someone who will let you be how you want to be on their channel. But that's not acceptable here, and I will not put up with it. So I know quite a few people have made similar announcements, so I figured might as well cover it here. I don't get a lot of it, and I think I'm fortunate. I think a lot of us just get, I guess you call them the 1% of people who, I don't know, aren't happy. So skedaddle along. That's not what this channel is about. Anywho, let's get on to, I have 2 FFOs, and I have a finish, and I have some whips. So let me get to the FFOs because they are older FFOs. So this is Valentine's Day Quaker from Primrose Cottage. I downloaded the PDF. And I did mine on 36 count light mocha from Zweigart. And I cannot remember the floss I used, but it's not the called for. The called for was a little lighter than I wanted, so I think I used something just a shade darker. I wish I could tell you what it was, and if I find out what it is, I will put it in the description box. I'm so sorry. But I think you could use anything that you like, of course. I know lots of people have done this, so I just wanted something a little bit, a shade darker than the called for. So there is my Valentine Quaker, finished a year later. But I did put 2024 because that's when the stitching was done. So that was a FFO. I decided to get going on things that were hanging about because I just ordered some more frames from Art to Frame that I have lots of stuff to frame. I ordered 4 frames. Look, I held up the right number of fingers. And I have way more than 4 things to frame, but I figured let's just jump off here. Let's start here. Let's not go crazy cuckoo, because I've been going crazy cuckoo with spending my Christmas gift certificates, and I've got a lot of hauls. So, all right, the other fully finished is, and I've had this frame for a year, and this has been finished since 2023, the stitching. I finished the stitching May 2023. Is Winter Sampler by Crochet at the Go-Go. I had so much fun stitching this. It is so pretty. Stitchy Linda and I did a little start along, and I think she's already had hers framed for a long time, but this is gonna hang right there until spring. I'm just, like I said, I've had the frame for a while. Art to Frames, that's where I get my frames from. This is on 36 count Desert Taipan from Fox and Rabbit, and I used, I want to say all of the called for DMC. I might have fiddled around with the white. It's in person, you could see it a lot better, but there you go. You could see it right there. She had me at the owls, and then, you know, there's a moose and deer and fox and cardinals, and just, it's so pretty. Michaela is so talented. So if you go to, if you see the link on my Instagram, it says Rickamarula, and that is her name. I have no control over that. That's what she calls herself on Instagram. But if you click on the link, it says Crochet at the Go-Go, and she has an Etsy shop. So I believe what she does is, if you get a PDF, she actually emails you the PDF. She doesn't let Etsy handle that. So you might not get it instantly, but she'll get it to you fairly quickly. So well worth. I love her designs. She's got a snowman out right now that's flippin' adorable. So finally framed winter sampler. I'm so happy with it. I just want to say, I don't mind borders with straight lines. I use them to guide me when I pin. I don't lace. Lacing, I can lace small items or round finishes, not without difficulty, because I am apparently allergic to lacing. It just doesn't, it's a tangled mess. I don't know what happens. It's just an unfortunate situation. I can't lace. But I pin. I use Kitten Stitcher, Teresa Vinette's. She did a video on her Flosstube channel. If you look it up, Kitten Stitcher pinning tutorial, you'll come up with it. And that's where I learned how to pin. And I use foam core. It's not pretty on the back. I haven't finished the back yet. I use acid-free double-sided tape to push my excess fabric down, and then I have craft paper. I'll put that over it if I don't forget. It's on the wall. So I'm really happy to have this, hang it up for this winter. Thank goodness. Oh, mama. Procrastination. So I ordered 4 frames for the FO I just finished, the Light of Winter, American Welcome, and the Equality Sampler. So those 4 pieces, and I'm not making any promises because I lie a lot, should maybe almost be done by the next Flosstube in early February. I have my notes. So here's my book of days. Here's what we've gotten done in January. And I just want you to know I have met both of my WIPGO calls for January. My WIPGO goals are to stitch on whatever is called 5 times. So whether it's 5 days, 5 sessions, whatever, it's very loosey-goosey, and I feel like it's an achievable thing. If I start to cough, I'm sorry. I have got this whatever allergy cough that everybody else has got, and it's just like super annoying. I was on a Zoom the other night, and I felt like all you could hear was me going, okay, so my first, no, it's not my first finish. Oh yeah, see, scatterbrains. So here in my book of days, I have, I bound it with extra pages. I use the whip tracker from Kitty, the Nap Time Stitcher on Etsy. And when I finish something, I put the dates in, start, finish, and I highlight them out. So in January, I have finished the Needleworker Sampler, my last release, Winter Wonderland, and it's You I Love. And I have 1 new start, but that's how I keep track of my whips. So here is my first finish, really, that isn't my design. I don't really think you can count them, of 2025. I used this as my blessing sampler because my design of the blessing sampler I stitched beforehand. I think I told you guys that. So I picked another blessing sampler for myself, and I picked the Needleworker Sampler from Brenda Gervais. This is on 36 count, Picture This Plus doubloon, which I love. I've had this piece of fabric in my stash since lockdown, and what I was waiting for, I don't know, but it's the called for color. The called for count is 40. but I figured Picture This Plus, it's probably anywhere between 37 and 40. But it was wonderful to stitch on. So I used all the called for threads except I replaced the Valdanis, the 3 Valdanis, with Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher did a conversion for the Valdanis, and I used her conversion. So here is Needleworkers. Oh, it got wrinkled. I'm sorry. Needleworker Sampler. I had ironed it. I love how this came out. I will tell you the only other change I made was on the letters. The letters were, they were too ghosty for me. So I used, there were a couple of, what did I use? Hang on a second. I want to give you the right information because I think did I do that on this one? Yeah, I believe I did. Okay. I want to say I darkened them up. No, I used the sage. I just used the darker sections of sage because the lighter ones were a little too ghosty for me. So, I don't know what I was just talking about then. It happens. Yes. Okay, and the 3 Valdanis. Okay, let me tell you those. So, in the chart, it calls for Valdani 3-strand floss, a small ball of each of 813 brick dark. And for 813 brick dark, I used Cherry Cobbler. I believe that's a classic Colorworks. And it also calls for 861 Faded Rust Light for Valdani. And I used Wood Rose, which I believe is a Gentle Arts, I want to say. And for the last one was number 862 Faded Rust Medium. I used Tennessee Red Clay. One moment. This is my basket of things I have to put away. Here we go. So Tennessee Red Clay is a classic Colorworks. Cherry Cobbler is a classic Colorworks. And of course the very last one I need. This is what happens when you don't put your stuff away, just so you know. But it makes the floss tube longer, right? Okay, the last one I'm gonna have to put down in the description box. I think I'm using, oh wait, hang on a second. Uno momento. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, sorry for the scatterbrainness. You come here for this stuff. I guess I have to put stuff away. Oh, I might have used all that. So it's Cherry Cobbler, Tennessee Red Clay, and Wood Rose, which I'm pretty sure is a guest. So this is my finish, and I ordered a frame for this, and that's what prompted me to order the frame, was I want to get it up on my wall to bless my needle. It's a little something to do for January. A blessing sampler is supposedly something you start January 1st and you finish in the month of January to bless your needle for the year. So that's that. Sorry for the all over the placeness of it. Okay. So that was my big FO whips. I've been working on 4 things. And I have a new start, which is now whip. So first I will tell you, basket. On my Whip Go, this is one of my Whip Go calls. I said last time that Noel sampler was a Whip Go call. I lied, it wasn't. But I worked on it anyway. Okay, so one of my Whip Go calls was Winter Moon. This I purchased as a kit from, I want to say, Country Sampler. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, you just have to forgive me. I will put a picture in over here where I started with this when I picked it back up this month. Here are the pretty, pretty colors. It's a combination of Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and DMC. And here is where I am. I am bricking that house. That rabbit. I really was on the fence about it. But how could you not put the rabbit? He's awesome. So this is on the called for fabric that came with it. It's 36 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. And I'm stitching it one strand over 2 linen threads, except where noted, which I think is going to be, I think, the fox's face. I don't know if you could see him. I think he's got some over 1. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, over 1. And I did the rabbit's eyes over 1. And there's some back stitch on the window panes, but those window panes are done. The windows are done. They just need their back stitch. I'm working my way across, color completing the brickage. And I work on this in the morning because then I'll switch to something else in the afternoon. So that is my Winter Moon. That is my... And I've already worked on it 9 days, really. So that met my Whip Go goal, for sure. Okay. The second whip, I worked on a little bit. We started this during the Jingle Ball with a group of friends. It is the Christmas Bells sampler from Heartstring Samplery. I'm using 36 count Cedar River Linens Salt Ash. It's beautiful fabric. And I did a color conversion, which I think I've really settled into. So I will list it. If you want it, let me know. I am using the called for Etoile. It is C318, and I am adding a strand of Rainbow Gallery. It is a blending thread. It's called Glisten Gloss number 901 to the one strand of this Etoile. And this is where I am. And I don't know if the sparkle is coming through. You kind of can catch it a little bit. But I love how it's coming out. And that is Christmas Bells Sampler. I'm not over Christmas, to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying Christmas and winter stitching right now. It's just so much fun. I don't know, it's nice and cozy, and the colors are my kind of colors. Christmas stitching and fall stitching. It's my kind of colors. So, okay. The next whip is, I did work on Noel Sampler. This is a Brenda Gervais. I am stitching this on 40 count light mocha. by Zweigart. I started this November 28th. This is what it looks like. I've always wanted to stitch this, and this is the year I'm going to just start stuff I always wanted to stitch, which I always kind of do anyway, but I'm going to stop saying, oh, I really want to start that. Oh, I really want... I'm just going to start it. Here are the colors. DMC, my little frosty bling, my Tangle DMC, and, ooh, okay, now I know where my confusion's coming from. This is the one that I changed the color of the letters on. Okay, so the color, the called for color of the letters is DMC, some of them. It's DMC 372, I think. And that wasn't dark enough for this fabric. So I switched it. I switched it to the darker DMC. I think it's 370. Yes. 370 is the medium. I wanted them to show up more. But this is where I am on the Noel sampler. This is, I think, honestly, I could probably finish it. There's really not. Those letters and that berry bowl is probably going to take me forever, but yeah, some of the letters, I don't know if you could see it. Some of the letters are a little ghosty and then they're dark. And I just decided to make mine all darker. I've decided to keep the colors. Yes. I decided to keep the colors all of the letters all 370 instead of mixing in that lighter ghosty color there. Just because I want to see them. So that's the Noel sampler. I did say it was on my whip go, but I lied. I'm sorry. It is so pretty. And this is all DMC. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at the colors. The colors are just amazing. I love DMC. I was just reading about DMC. From what I understand and what I just read, it was created to replicate silk threads that were more expensive at the time. And that's where mercerized thread comes in, because it has that silk sheen to it. I love DMC. Look at this bag. This is from Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. It's my favorite bag, really. Love it. Nancy, I have to make more patchwork bags. I just ordered a bag. It's a sea. It's got seagulls on it, but I got real excited when I saw it and I said it was a pirate chicken. And I'm going to go with it. So I ordered one of her bags yesterday. So I'm on a buying spree, apparently. Anyway, this is my last, and it's a new start, and it has some of my haul in it because I got some fabric. This is in my Whippa from my friend Stephanie, the New England Stitcher. Look at the owls. Awesome. My favorite portfolio. Anyway, this is a new start, and I had ordered some fabric. Sherry the Colorado, I don't want to take this out of the frame, sorry. The Colorado cross stitcher had said, was it her? And yes, that she got needle and flax in. And I went immediately right over to the computer. I got right up and walked over there, read the email, went over there, ordered 4 slices of it. So this is 36 count, Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax. Love her linen. And I started every opening flower from Bernard Gervais. There's a few people that are stitching this, and I was like, oh, I have that. Oh, let's get going. I had to order a few replacement threads because you run out of thread, I guess, if you use them. So here are the colors. I'm using all the called for. And it is in the hoop because this is my afternoon stitch. I'm not going to take it out. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's do it this way so the light doesn't shine through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. Love it. I know I stitch fast, but I have to be honest with you. Brenda Gervais patterns, they I'm not saying they're not I don't know what the word is. I'm not saying that they're not, it's not complicated. It's just that they're not full of stitches. They are, but it flows. Like you can go from, you know, one leaf to the next leaf, and then it kind of just like, I'm that kind of stitcher where I plan out my route. I don't know if anybody else does this. Like with Winter Moon, I color complete and on the bricks. So I'll look at the pattern and I'll look, oh, this color is here, 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 here. And I'll make like a little road, stitching road. I don't know if you all do that, but that's what, and I think it just goes a little faster. I don't know. It's just the way I stitch. But that was my new start, which is now WIP, which is using some of my haul. Love it. And now we're on a haul. So buckle up. So really, honestly, this is using some of my Christmas. Let's take a drink or else. I just want you to know. Anyway. Haul. So I decided that I needed fabric this year. And I don't. Honestly. No, I don't. But I ordered it anyway because there's so many. And you know, like when you see stuff like Needle and Flax or Color and Cotton or Cedar River Linen and it comes up for sale, or who else? Fox and Rabbit. Like somebody gets a big shipment in and you get colors that you can't find. You go get it. Now, that being said, I'm running out of room in my fabric storage. I have like one of those sewing accordion things. So I need to figure out new fabric storage. So I would really like something with drawers. I don't know that I want to hang it up in my cabinet. I don't know if I want to put it, I don't really think I want to put it in like the soft cubbies. So I was thinking something like a little table with like 4, or maybe a small lingerie chest with narrow. And so leave me a comment. Tell me what you store your fabric in. Because I'm out of room. And I'm using it, but so from Colorado Cross Stitcher, I ordered 3 pieces. Was it 3? Yes. Of Needle and Flax. I ordered Valley Forge. Sorry for the plastic. Let me just see if I can take this out. This is beautiful. Actually, I started stitching every opening flower on this, but it was too light. I wanted something a little darker. That's Valley Forge. And then I ordered the piece of Dolly Madison. And then my favorite, which one of my favorites of hers is Hemingway. I love Hemingway if I can get it out of the bag. This is Hemingway. Is that not gorgeous? Look at the modeling on that. Right around there. Light's weird today. I have my big light box on and it is not looking too nice out there. No snow yet. This afternoon, later. That's what they say. It's the only job you can have, a mess up every day and still have a job. Okay, So then I had a gift certificate, and then I had my fabric of the month from Fox and Rabbit. This was December. It is called Dried. I don't know. Banksia. I don't know how to pronounce it. You got the New York accent and then a word I can't pronounce. Banksia? Isn't that pretty? No, it's not gonna show. It's got like a little pinky hue to it, kind of. And then, because I had a gift certificate, I got some Fiber on a Whim parchment, very pretty. And because I fell in love with doubloon, I got a big slice of it. Well, not big. It's a 1/4 yard. I call them slices. So that is all. I hope that's all the fabric. No, I'm lying. Gosh, I don't know how you guys take it when I lie to you. Oh, and because Lindy Stitches put out an email that said she had some Grace Notes fabrics, and I have never stitched on a Grace Notes fabric. So I got some Toasted Marshmallow, which is like a bluey color. I was kind of a little surprised, but I like it. I'm a neutral girl, but I do like lighter. This is so pretty. I want to show it to you. It's just so pretty. It's like all different. Like, I don't know if you could see. No, you're not going to see it, but there's like modeling through it. There, you could see it there. It's really, really, really pretty. So that, what could I stitch on it? Don't know. But I'm sure I'll figure something out. All right, so that's the last of the fabric. What I did with the rest of my gift certificate was some charts. And then that's it for the haul. Aren't you glad? Okay. I think I have a Plum Street and a Brenda Gervais problem. I did order some Brenda Gervais that I had that are not necessarily, they're still in print, but they're harder to get. But let's go through the Plum Street. So I ordered this Joyous Season because why wouldn't you? I've never seen this one before. Cotton Bird. I did get the Salem sampler. It's gonna be, and Harvest Keeper. Love my Plum Street. I just saw another one, and then I went, and it's out of stock, and so I have it notify me out for it because every Plum Street. Okay, and the last little bit are Brenda Gervais. I ordered the Best Time of the Year. I really want to make some of these large print pillows, and Merry Noel, and A Winter's Day Visit. So cute. And then these two I had never seen before. Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher showed this one. Oh, it's upside down. She showed hers right side up. I'm gonna fix that. This is called the Prairie House Sampler, and I definitely want to start this after the Noel sampler. Look at that. The blues, the browns. Nancy totally enabled me that day. And this is Cozy in the Pines. Never saw this before. Christy from Daisy K Primitives, I think she showed this on hers too recently, and I was like, that's so weird, because I just got it in the mail the day that she showed it, and I don't know why I think that's weird, but anywho, only one more thing left for haul, unless I forgot something, and then I'll have to bring back the segment of things I forgot last time. So I have one pair of Kohanas. They're the red lacquer. And I bought them the same way I bought these. You can go Google Kohana scissors and their site will come up, and they have a US, they don't have a store in the US, but they have a US compatible site. And then you look at scissors and snips and you could order from them. And it's, you convert the money from yen to US dollars or whatever country you're in. And they're significantly more affordable ordering directly from them. Not that I don't want to support shops, but you know, budget wise, they're a big spend, and it allows me to save money in small places. So with shipping, I mean, you pay for shipping. They come to me, they came DHL. I ordered them Monday. They were here in my hands midday Thursday. That's crazy fast. So they come like this with a little, mine was a band this way. Come in a beautiful little wooden box, and they're nicely tucked in this. This reminds me of like a glass cleaning cloth, actually. I bet you could use it that way. And here they are with the little tassel. They're beautiful. Ooh, hear that? Love them. So it was my last little splurge. Well, I have one more, but it's not here yet. And I might be blaming Brandy for that, because she showed it. And I was like, oh, I need to stitch that. Comfort and Joy exclusive from Country Sampler. Any case, directly from Kohana. Just search Kohana scissors and it'll take you right to that site. And like I said, it's a big savings even with shipping from Japan. That's how I got my first pair. I do have one of those tiny little spring snips ones, but I would love to have more, but they are a treat, like a treat. So that's it for the haul. I'll tell you that in honor of 2 milestones that I'm approaching, my Etsy shop is close to 3,000 sales. And thank you so much. I mean, it's pretty close. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of the people that have shared, purchased, stitched my designs. I'm loving seeing all the blessing samplers. I just keep them coming. You guys are just make my heart happy. I am giving away or gifting away a few PDFs. So leave a comment and just, if you would like to be in the running for It's You I Love, use the word love. And then the other one will be my Winter Wonderland, because I didn't do a giveaway for that last time. I just dropped something. So if you'd like to be considered for this one, use the word winter. I don't think I did one, but anyway, I'm doing one now. So leave a comment with that. Subscribe, like, if you want to share the channel, that would be great. Hit the notification bell. Also, with my whip parade, I got a huge bump up of subscribers. So I am getting very close to 6,000 subscribers on this channel. So it would be really cool. And I would have a nice excuse to have a bigger giveaway, gift away, when that happens. So just, like I said, subscribe, like, comment. I read all your comments, and Sometimes I can write back, sometimes I can just heart and thumbs up, but I really appreciate you coming here, spending time with me. Your time is valuable, so I appreciate you listening to all the jibber jabber. So what else do I have before I go on to the campfire story? Oh, who have I been watching? There's tons of whip parades. So somebody asked me the other day, what whip parades are you watching? Just go to YouTube and put in whip parade for cross stitch. You'll come up with a bunch of them. I couldn't possibly make a list and tell you all the whip parades that I've watched, but I've watched a lot of them. I have watched lately Stitching by the Shore, Laura, Somi Sarah, Two Tall Stitchers, Periwinkle Stitcher. She's new to me, and I'm going to be binge watching her. She's Sean. I think that, yeah, Sean. She's so funny. And she's such a beautiful stitcher. Laurel, I'm a stitch nerd. I think she's having a sale in her Etsy shop. Go check that out. She does blings, floss blings. Stitching Gem. Love her whip parade. The New England Stitcher, Stephanie, she's trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, so go give her a little boost. She has a student who's been rooting for her to get to 5,000 subscribers, so go help her out. Burn Stitches. And this morning I watched, oh my gosh, I wrote it down. She's so funny. Her name is Barbara. And wait a minute, I gotta get it because she's new to me and I loved it. I loved it. Oh, it's Stitching and Tea with B. And her name is Barbara, and she's in California, and she's a big, she's big into tea, and she has beautiful stitching, and she's funny. So, and I love the way she talks. She's very calming. She's got a very calm voice. So go check out, I'll list them below. Go check out all those channels. That's it, really. I think that's about it. Going forward, I'm going to be framing stuff when my frames come. They said they're going to come by the end of the month. So hopefully I'll be able to at least get one of them done before my next Flosstube. The gift away, I'll do a Flosstube the first week of February. Can you believe it? That we're tomorrow's the 20th. It's just crazy how fast 2025 is already going. Stitching. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stitching. We're supposed to get, first they said 3 to 5 inches of snow. Then they said 6 to 10 inches of snow. Now they're saying 5 to 8 inches of snow. They have no idea. We're gonna get snow. Maybe. Possibly. We're under winter storm warning. So fingers crossed we stay powered, because you know how that goes around here. Mail and power. Problems with both. All right. So if you stuck around for all that, thank you. Be safe. Stay warm. If you're in the other part of the world where it's really hot, I hope your air conditioning is working. And I will see you in about 2 weeks. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're sticking around, I'm going to do another retelling. I've gone through my list. I know a lot of people have asked me to tell some stories over. All right, let me try this again. I just had the biggest coughing fit going. I don't know where that came from. It's the time of year. Anyway, this Flosstube's campfire story is a retelling of one I told way back in the beginning. We were camping in West Virginia, a place called Big Bend. I could be lying, but I think the river that runs through there is part of the Potomac River. So campground is really kind of remote in a box canyon. We had been there once before. we had gone there and they were getting some heavy rains. They had gotten some heavy rains. And I think it was I want to say maybe we had just gotten set up, or it was a day after we got there. The fire department came in and evacuated us because they said that the dam that was above the canyon that we were in was compromised, and if it broke, we would be in big fat trouble. So we had to pack up and leave. On the way out, the road that we had come in on, which was a dirt road, was very like washing out. And I think there was another group of campers ahead of us that were leaving at the same time. And at the time, my husband had a Ford Bronco, and they were pretty high, 4-wheel drive, and, you know, no problems with that. But he just said this to me yesterday. He goes, I remember looking at that truck going, if they can get through, we can get through. Because the road was not dry, it was underwater. It's in some spots. So we did get out. We did see a cow floating down the river, mooing the whole time. Hopefully he or she was able to get out. It was kind of a mess. Of course, it was like the beginning of our vacation, so we were like, now what? And this is 30 some odd years ago, days before GPS and Waze and cell phones and all that other stuff. So we had to pull out the good old map, and we picked the highest campground we could find in West Virginia, which was Spruce Knob. I think it's still there. I know my husband has been back in that area. I think he said it, but they moved the campground across the street, I think. But we went up there, and that campground was just like a big field. It was on another little stream. Excuse me. But you were kind of camping like in a field, kind of. We camped along the stream, and I remember that getting up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom and opening the tent. This was way before trailers. We had a tent, and having like 100 eyes looking at me. The field was full of deer. I didn't know that. I didn't know what they were. I wasn't going anywhere. But yeah, we had to be evacuated from that campground. So I don't want to say I don't think we ever went back there. Not because of that. I mean, I think the dam did not break and everything was fine. But it was really kind of scary trying to get out of there. Road was flooded out and covered with water in some places, and yeah, a little scary. But that's the campfire story for this time. And that's all I've got. So hopefully I'll get this uploaded. I had to stop it, and you know what happens when you edit, and then YouTube's like, what? I will be back in 2-ish weeks. I think very beginning of February. I think. Yeah. About 2 weeks. So I hope you get lots of stitching time in, and you're doing well, and I appreciate you spending time with me. Take care.